Now, while a lot of people made these types of videos several months ago, as you can see in my account, I have just been playing Arknights for a little over a year at this point, and while that is a slightly terrifying thought for my wallet, it also feels really cathartic considering how many videos I've done for this game on my channel. So I thought it'd be fun to do this type of thing since people tend to do these where they just go over their account in the past year, and I think I've got a pretty decent one by all standards. So let's just get right into it. Now, before we get to the good stuff you all want to see, I just want to take a moment to say that Arknights is genuinely the most free-to-play friendly gacha I've ever played. It gives you a lot of really good operators just at base game, and honestly I think my favorite is Lava. The whole thing with my affection for Lava is because when I started playing this game, it was when the Neon event first started, so it was that whole story between her and Lava and that whole thing that was going on. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, and I hope they rerun it soon, but it was just such an entertaining event that was like a perfect gateway for me to get into this game. It introduced a bunch of characters to me, showed me how good the writing can be at times, and it was just entertaining, fun, lighthearted, but also had a good bit of just like character development for everyone, and it just made Lava really, really precious to me. She's been a great operator, and she still is really useful even at this late in the game for where I'm at. As for my 4 stars, I do use most of the ones you see here. This covers just about everyone, and then, I mean, you gotta pay respects to the single best operator in the game, Myrtle. If you're wondering why I don't use the E2 art, it's because I don't like the way those eyes look at me. As for the ones I have E2'd, I mostly E2 my 5 and 6 stars, definitely my 6 stars, but Estelle I just did because her character is really gentle and she's just self-conscious about how Oripathy gave her those horns. I thought, that's cute, that's precious, she deserves it. I don't use her that much anymore, but she was really helpful early on. Podenko is just an incredible operator. She's super useful, incredibly powerful. Like, you just use her talent and you just see how quickly things melt. It's just phenomenal, especially with some of the more premium operators in the game. And then I E2'd Meteor because she's hot. I don't think I need to justify myself any further on this one. But yeah, those are my 3 and 4 stars. They're still great. You could build a whole squad out of them. I just like going with the premium stuff. And easily my favorite 5 star that I've done is, of course, Lappy here. Lapland was my first E2 5 star, and I don't regret doing any of it. If anyone asks why I have the E2 art and not her skin, I just kind of like the E2 art more because it has that more subtle crazy tone to it. Like with the skin, you just see Lapland is completely batshit insane, but there's like a tinge of humanity in this E2 art. I don't know. It's a bit more subtle and not as overt as this just Lupo just going nuts all over the place. But Lapland's a great operator. I'm so happy to have her at pot 4, which is effectively her max pot. Like, the DP cost and talent changes don't really matter for her in the grand scheme of things. Like, this is pretty much as good as she's gonna get. I would just have to pump some more level into her, but M3'd her Wolf Spirit skill. She's been incredibly useful to me, even though I have some better operators than her, admittedly, at this point. Easily one of my favorites. Also, can we just give a shout out to Elysium for being one of the most clutch operators? Also, his skin. He has that fuckboy face. When they gave him a skin, I was hoping they gave him one that radiated fuckboy energy. They did not disappoint. But yeah, these are most of the 5 stars I tend to use, just the ones you see here. Guard Amia has been amazing, Spectre's incredible. I still stand by what I say about T Applesauce being the greatest 5 star in the game still, even to this day at this point. And then, of course, I had to do it. I had to E2 Purgatory when she came in. This skin is incredible. She's not that great an operator, admittedly, but again, I love Lava. I had to do her justice, and she looks so damn good in this skin. The art is incredible, too. And then Texas. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how good Texas's art is? Like, every single skin or art she gets, this, it's cute. You go all the way to this skin, it's powerful. You go to this one over here with the white coat, the original one, it's just cute and just has a little bit of that like menacing aura to it as well. But this E2 art, this is easily my favorite. That figure when it comes, it's gonna be worth more than I've spent on this game, but hell, it will be worth it. And so yeah, those are my 5 stars. I really do want to E2 Side Rocka, especially after they announced that skin. And Silence has become one of my new favorites, just given her events and just given her actions in the mountain event, and just how her motivation was basically flipping off Rhinelab and screwing them over as much as possible because of how much she hates Rhinelab. You gotta respect a woman who's motivated by spite. And I do have a couple other ones I really like. I like Croissant in every event she's in. She's just this really kind and supportive character. Shamir is still amazing. Red, I feel I really should E2 her. She doesn't need it, but she deserves it. And there's just so many operators I want to build up. Whislash, even if it's just for the E2 art. But let's get to what y'all really want to see. You want to see how many 6 stars my account has. Ba-boom. This is every 6 star I have. It's not all of them, obviously, but I have 20 on this account. Not sure if I'm going to cut that part out because it sounded like Hoshiguma was drag racing on her motorbike behind me, but these are all the 6 stars I have in my account. I've E2'd most of them, and as you can see, that's where all of my resources go. I mean, I have how many here? 20, 14? Yeah, I have 70% of my E2 operator 6-starred. I don't regret it. I mean, I'm not going to go over all of them because if you have Surge, you know why Surge is amazing. If you have Thorns, you know why Thorns is amazing. Do I need to say anything about Silver Ash? Exusai just became a really cool character. Schwartz and W just had really cool E2 art, and I could use more snipers, so that's why I did it. Angelina, Saria, Bagpipe, all incredible utility. Mountain is just sick. I loved him in the story, and he's just incredibly powerful. Blaze is Blaze. Do you need to question that any further? But I really just want to talk about my favorites, which are Hoshiguma is the first one, and that's because she was my first 6-star. I didn't re-roll anything on this account. I just took what I had and I said, screw it. I'm going to go with it, and she has been a very reliable operator for me just this whole time. Her defense is incredible. Like, 800 defense effectively, and I know I've M3'd her 3rd skill, which a lot of people don't use because they prefer the passive buffs that Thorns gives, as Thorns is a much more... It is the superior skill for just walling, whereas Saw of Strength just gives Hoshi some killing power as well, but I really like it. I just personally prefer having more active skills. I really question why people use Aya's 2nd skill over her 3rd skill, but I don't know. Those people actually know what it's like to have Aya Fiala, as she hasn't shown up in the shop for over 10 months at this point, and I'm still waiting to buy her. I have the certs, girl. Just please come home in time for me to be able to buy your summer skin for you. But while I don't have Aya right now, I do have another single target caster who has been more than enough for me, and that is the best doggo, K. I would just call her that even though I know it's supposed to be KOB. I call her CB. K is the neutral ground we can all agree on here, and I don't know why. I just really like K. Maybe it's because she has a lot of the aspects of characters I like. She's cute, she's strong as hell, and she just has that innocent vibe to her, which just makes her even more powerful because she doesn't know what restraint is. But yeah, one of my favorite things about K is just her color palette. Like, I don't know how they managed to make purple work well with browns and golds, but it just looks amazing on her. Like, brown is not a color I go for, but purple is one of my favorite colors. But I think combined with the yellow or gold and white accents they got on her, it just comes together so beautifully. And this is easily just some of my favorite art in the game. I love how her hair is just like going all over the place too, kind of showing that wild child energy she's got. I do like the summer skin. I do like the colors on it, just like the oranges and blues. This artist just really knows how to work well with complementary colors, but I don't know, the face just seems a bit off to me. I don't know if that's just a me thing though, but I really love the E2 art. She's been incredibly powerful. When she did better than Aya in CC2, that's when I knew I was like, this is my favorite. If they ever do anything for this girl, I'm gonna buy her merch. I'm gonna cop all of it. And she's just adorable too in everything they put her in. And she's the source of the best event in this game. The Fungi Mist, the roguelike, bring that back. I'm sad to see that it hasn't even come back in CN yet, but that's just how it be. And so just to confirm that this video wasn't clickbait, I do have 150 operators. I have close to pity on Saga and Dust Banner, so I'm hoping to get that 151. I'm personally hoping for Dusk over Saga because Saga is not limited, but I guess I could address a little bit of the controversy stuff going in CN right now. Honestly, there's nothing you can really do here in the global side. They don't care about us, and I don't really know how companies operating in CN work in general. I mean, compared to Japan, it probably is somewhat different, but given the fact that Japan just does not listen to its foreign influences, there's not really a lot we can do here outside of China itself, so if you want to support the game, you can still do it. I know I have a lot of merch pre-ordered for figures and stuff, so I'm going to be contributing to the problem, but I do understand that there is some frustration with especially the Chen altar and how she was kind of made into a fan servicey thing. I think they just wanted players to have that female Tourist C character that we really wanted to have, but I think the way they did it was just leaning too much towards fan service, and now people, I think, rightfully predict that she's not going to get like a more story-related alter version, or story-related just, yeah, alt. And I think people just really wanted to see her do more in the story and give her a more badass thing. I don't know what else she could have done, but I think they really did this just to boost her popularity. There's obviously going to be a figure made of her one day because of this, and I think people just really wanted her to be taken more seriously, and they feel that this fan service version cheapens her, especially since Arknights is a game that, yeah, it does have fan service. I mean, look at who I have on screen right now. You've been staring at her these last few minutes. But it does have a lot of well-designed characters, I will admit. But then there's also times where you just gotta appreciate what you got in front of you. Anyways, if you want to support the game, that's your call. If you don't want to support it anymore, your prerogative. You can spend as much or as little as you like. It's a game. No one can tell you how to play it. That said, I do not look forward to seeing CM blow up when Chapter 9 inevitably has another limited banner. I do think Arknights is going a little too ham with those, and I think they should reel it in a little bit. So yeah, that's my account after year. I like everything about the game. I think Chapter 8 story was a bit long-winded, especially since it was about 1.5 times as long as To Kill a Mockingbird, but let me know what you guys think. Just your experiences with the game. Who's your favorite operator? Who are you holding out for? I'm personally saving all my Arundum for Sculptor and kal'tsit. I really want kal'tsit. I'm not pulling that much on many banners coming up. I'm hoping to have 100 pulls saved just with monthly card and all the natural Arundum we get, so that's what I'm holding out for. Maybe I'll do a video on it because I'm probably going to go ham on pulls on that banner. But thanks y'all so much for watching and supporting my Arknight content. I'm going to do other stuff in the future, I promise, but I just really like this game, alright? And that's why I like talking about it. Okay, all that, I'm gonna get up out of here, but let me give you some incredible art to stare at for this end card here. See ya!